Hi, everybody. It is Sunday, May 18th. Yeah, as usual, I'm just doing just a check in to say yeah, I'm still around. I'm here watching this ascension going on. Uh, I, I try to describe it as we're all souls having lessons in these constructs, physical constructs. So, in a sense, we're going through soul school, sort of. Uh, and this particular place that we're in, this physicality especially, it's been kind of stuck in grade three. Let me put it that way. We were supposed to graduate to grade five thousands of years ago. So we're finally gonna what most people call ascension right now, and it's like yeah, we're breaking free, and we're all going to be free to go to graduate on to higher classes. That's kind of the situation we're in right now. So to watch it play out is really interesting for me because, yeah, I came here mostly as an observer because, and the best way to observe something is to totally envelop yourself in that or immerse yourself into that reality and so you can experience it on a physical level. So that's in a sense kind of what I'm doing. It's a long story, but I'm still trying to get my book published. I was short a couple pages, so I have to do some more illustrations and a little more content. So that's kind of the stage I'm at now. So I'm hoping maybe next week or maybe first week of June my book will come out, and that'll explain a lot more things about me and the concepts that I understand that we're being involved in. Because, as you know, there's so many different perspectives of what's going on, and rightly so because we all uh, basically experience the world from our own perspective. Like so, especially like for instance, if you're in more in a what they call first world nations, which is called the developed nations, but really all that is the other nations have been kind of kept down. Uh, you know, so we're all we're all sort of equal. But I'm just saying, uh, my perspective living here in a developed nation versus my perspective if let's say I was living in I don't know small village in China or something. You have your own perspective on the world, not only in your own family, uh, perspective, your own world that way, but also, you know, if you're lucky or not, depending on the country that you're in, the kind of rules that they've been dictating to you or whatever. I know that all of us, all human beings on planet Earth, are good creatures in nature. Like our nature is good, and we want to experience life and grow and be healthy. We all have the same desires. So what makes it different is, I guess, in a sense, the political or uh, hierarchy structure, in that country. Um, but we're breaking free from that. So in other words, we're trying to wake up to the fact that we're all being messed with, and played with, and manipulated. So we're getting out of that. It is sort of like Earth has become a slave planet, as we sort of I've touched on that before, and we're breaking free. Uh, but it's happening slowly, and from what I understand, even the guides that are helping us through this, which are really in a sense higher density beings, watching and trying to encourage us because we're all related. So in other words, it's still family. They're all saying, "Listen, you can do this." They're helping. Uh, they're assisting in a lot of different ways, but it's really up to us to do it. So anyway, what I was getting to is they're trying to help us change it slowly to, in, because of it's it's too much if we do it too quickly. So this can be a slow transformation, and I know I've touched on it before, but it's like, we'll be privy to hidden technologies that are going to be revealed. Um, as far as the medical system is concerned, we're going to go back to the basics. In other words, we're going back to natural cures. It's going to be interesting because we're going to be sort of living our lives more naturally, the way our bodies are designed, chemically, and energetically. But also, we're going to have access to higher tech, which is going to align our bodies too. So the way to look at it is, I've looked at our bodies as more of a mechanical thing anyway. For most of my life, even as a child, I was so fascinated. It's like, how does this physical robot work? It's like, on command, my fingers will do what I'm thinking, and it's like, this is incredible. But again, I'm not an average person that way. I think of the world and look at it differently. But what I'm getting at is like, yeah, this avatar is commanded by our physical brain, of what to do, and we can train this physical robot into doing whatever we want it to do. But because it's physical, it has a natural, not only a natural immune system, but a natural way to function. And as you know, we've been messed with for, well, probably thousands of years, but hundreds of years in particular, in more developed nations, to try to look at our bodies more from a chemical perspective, rather than, and try to, well, we'll just basically, we've messed with it rather than making it more natural. So we're going to go back to natural foods, natural, the way our body is designed. So like our molecules, and whether it's the way we digest proteins and carbohydrates and things like that, and then we transfer that into energy. So our bodies are really wondrous machines, is kind of what I'm getting at. And we're going to go back to running these machines properly, okay? And then also we're going to have, like I said, access to higher tech, which is in a sense going to just, in a sense, fix our physical bodies the way they're intended to function. So we're going to get the best of both worlds in the future. So that's coming. So I'm looking forward to that. But so for me, just more as an observer, I'm just sort of here to relay the information that I'm getting and giving it to higher dimensional beings, in a sense. That's kind of what I'm doing. I also get a sense of what it's like, because I'm just like, I'm in the same avatar as everybody else down here. Like, I'm no different, as in I still have these anxieties and I get sick and whatever. I'm helped out probably more than the average person, because they need my body to still be around to relay that information to them. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. So as you can tell, things are really going forward in a positive direction. Not everybody all at once. This is still a slow process. We can't change overnight, unfortunately. I wish that we could just wake up tomorrow and it's like everything's running great again. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that fast. But it's just good to see that we're going in that direction. So, as usual, that's kind of what I'm trying to instill into everybody. My book will give you a lot more insight on my perspectives. So I really am waiting for that, in a sense, to come out, so people can read it and get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. I mean, a book isn't something magical, but it's just basically it's combining all of my kind of story and my information into one easy to read. It's really a small book too, so it's not. I'm trying to keep it simple, not complicated, but I'm just trying to give really basic information in there, just for average people. For a lot of you watching my videos or whatever that are kind of more awake and aware of what's going on, yeah, there'll be things in there for you too. But I'm just saying, we're kind of onto it. We're ahead of the curve as far as waking up to how things are going to be changing. But yeah, so stay positive. That still works. That's just, we're still connected that way because we're running the world in a sense with our consciousness. As long as we don't listen to the media and all that negativity, we're definitely on. We can handle this. We can pull ourselves out of this dead man's curve. Yeah. So things are going to change for the positive as usual. I keep saying that, and they are slowly. So yeah, I'm just a short update for. As you notice, I try to do it once a month, maybe in the middle of the month. So I'll do another update in June. So yeah, I'm still in the fight. We're winning this. Okay. Stay positive. Talk to you later. Bye.